So tell us about your company and give us a company name and exactly what it is you do, my friend.
The company is Aeromach, and the name actually came from the previous owner of the business. They used to be in the aerospace machining business out in Southern California, and they had motorcycles and they were riders, and they made their own motorcycle parts for their bikes. And out in California, when that motorcycle or the aerospace business started to go away, they just spent more time and invested more time in making the motorcycle parts that they were having pretty good success with. They started with their own bikes, then their friends wanted the parts, and it just grew from there. A classic story. And the gentleman I bought the business from had some health issues. He was retiring and turned over the business to his stepson, who just didn't run the business very well. And the funny part was I was trying to get a hold of the company because I was trying to buy some mirrors for my motorcycle. And I emailed them, I called them, I was trying to get in touch with them, and no feedback, no follow-up, nothing. And eventually I got a call back, and they said, well, we're trying to sell the business. And at that point in time, I was still with Tom working in the real estate business, and that was towards the time when we had a 2008, 2009, when everything crashed and burned. So, in a way, it was a good time to get out of that business, but getting into anything at that time was a risk. I mean,
right.
who knew what was going to happen with the economy? And so it was a slow, steady growth back. We manufacture a lot of parts in-house. It's all billet aluminum material that we use, made in the U.S., the material is, and then we make the parts in-house. And we're also a distributor for a company out of Europe that has a lower-end price point. So it really broadens out what we have to offer. But we make parts for what we call metric bikes, any of the Japanese bikes and Harleys and now Indians. We're doing a lot with the new Indians. We make aftermarket parts for them, and that's what really did well for us in 2015. We were the first ones that had anything available for the new Indians when they came out.
Okay.
And
so let me ask you a question. Are you the guy that just said, I like riding bikes, so I'd love to own a parts manufacturing business? Or are you the guy that kind of knew how to manufacture this stuff to get started? What owner are you?
I did not know how in the beginning. When I bought the business, I've been around. When I was a kid, my father drag raced, so I've been around race cars, and my uncle was building custom bikes. So I had been around all that motorhead kind of stuff my whole life, and enjoyed it, and still do. And when I bought the business, I figured, we're going to move it from Southern California to North Carolina to the Charlotte area, where there's all these NASCAR teams and support industry for them. I can just get the parts made by one of those companies, which we did in the beginning. We didn't make it in-house in the beginning. But like a lot of companies, they have these demands where they've got to pay their machines, they got to pay their guys, and they got to have those things running all day long. And we didn't have the volume of parts that we needed at that time. So it kind of became necessary for us, if we were going to do what we wanted to do in the beginning, is to buy a machine. So I bought a milling machine and brought a guy in to run it. And I just learned by watching him and taking some guidance from him. And, I can run it, not that I should probably sometimes, but I have the ability to do it. But, I have people that can do that now.